The man who's retiring soon has scored. What a player he has been.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Borderline Glory. 2 games today coming up away from home in the league. We're going to try and see if we can finish strong going into the final part of this season. And we have 2 big games. First against Magdeburg, who are currently in 9th place, and then against Ingolstadt. You will remember them. Hopefully we can go and beat them and pick up a good result in that one there. But it will be a big episode in our efforts to try and stay up in this season, potentially looking at some jobs we could be going to in the next season, but I think we are hopefully staying until the end of next season and a little bit into next season. Since last time out, we've had a few games, not really too many. We had obviously our win against Greuther Fürth. We managed to get a win at home against St. Pauli, another win as well, 2 more losses and a draw. So I guess that's a perfect record if we want to get a mid-table finish. 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Not too bad. I want to say exactly what you want, but I guess you want to win every game. But it's not too bad. We are in a very, very solid position, and we are having a real good go in this season. So hopefully that can continue into today's episode. Let's go and get straight into it. The first game of the day against Magdeburg. So the team for this game against Magdeburg, we've got Dawn in goal, backline of Volat and Dulich, Verlat, Voet and Dulich. I don't know why I said Verlat. I don't know what was going on there. But anyway, Musonda, Jacobson, Christiansen, Danhoff in the middle. We've got Kinsombi on the left. We've got Buyo Karsan, who's going to come in on the right today for this game, and Lugiki starting up top. Kick-off here in this game against Magdeburg. We've rotated a few players. We brought in Buyo Karsan on that right-hand side. Lugiki comes in as well. I think it's going to be an interesting game for us to see how we can do. I think it's kind of a game which we should hopefully be going and winning. We'll probably go back to a more standard team in the next one, but if we can get some confidence in us, that would be really, really important for some of these boys, especially the likes of Lugiki, Buyo Karsan. It has been a bit of a slow season for them, but it's a tough environment they have come into. You know, it's a very historic club coming into quite a difficult league, and definitely a step up for a lot of them. So it makes sense as to their struggles that they have had compared to the likes of the experienced Musonda, Kinsombi, who have done really, really well so far in this season. But I think everyone is doing kind of well, pulling their own strings, and that's why we find ourselves in not the worst position at all. What is it? 7 wins, 8 draws, 9 losses. What a goal that is there. I don't know how we're supposed to prevent them ones there if goals like that are going to be going in. I don't know if that's going to affect us in our bid to stay up, because if we're just going to concede goals like that is ridiculous. But that is a very good finish, credit where it's due. But as it stands, where would we be in? 13th place, so we have dropped off a little bit, but the good thing is we have not carried on dropping. That good start to the season obviously was very, very good, and that's really good that we managed to do that, because if we didn't do that, we probably would be in a much closer relegation battle. There's a ball, back post, Kinsombi, Musonda, can he go to the edge of the area? Jacobson, Musonda's cutting in, trying to go on his right foot, he finds Danhoff at the back post. It's 1-1 here. It's a very cheeky goal away from home. The crowd very, very silent, but the travelling fans will be happy with that one. He just creeps in at the back post. He didn't look like he was offside, and it looks like so far in this game we have been the better team. Magdeburg are currently in 9th place. We would really want to try and win this game. We do have like a game in hand on some other teams going into this game, because they've already played this weekend. So getting a win would move us up, I think, to around 11th, 10th maybe. And then that game against Ingolstadt, obviously they've not had as good of a season as we have had in this Bundesliga 2 campaign compared to what was going on last year, where they won the whole division. I guess it just shows how competitive the Bundesliga 2 really is. But we play against them, we can get a win in that one, and then we will start to, secure our spot in this Bundesliga 2 for next season, which would be really, really good. And you'd argue a perfect start really to life in the Borderline Glory Challenge. We've come to German football. I think it's been so interesting. We've brought in some very good players. The rules are not too harsh. The 3 Liga rules were a bit different with the under 23 rule, but apart from that, it's been very, very good. There's been lots of historic clubs. There's been so many good games, and I think it's just made for a really good environment to develop, especially the tactic as well. The tactic has worked really, really well. Obviously, they're about a lot of the pressing here in this, but attacking football as well as a brand associated with German football And that is what we've gone and done and brought into the country, and hopefully that can continue going into next season. But you do naturally start to think we will start to consider potentially moving on. We did have some interesting job offers. One quite interesting one was for the Roma women's team, potentially a place we go in the future. Roma, like the women's teams in Italy, not just Roma included, are obviously in the game and looking very, very good. There's all different countries that are in the game. We've got the likes of Denmark, France, Sweden, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Just different countries like that, which we could very well be going to in our time in the Borderline Glory Challenge. I don't see why not. It's already gone 60 minutes in this game, absolutely flown by. I'm going to bring on this right hand side, I'm going to bring Fressel on. That's not a position I'm looking to really prioritise too much if we want to go and get a goal, so we'll bring him on, get him some minutes. He hasn't had as many as he would have liked to. Sombi drops back, bring Jacob onto that left hand side, and then I'm going to leave Lugiki on, bring Nina Lechner on if we really need him to, or maybe even Philip in at striker. That could be an interesting change to make. We are going to go a little bit more attacking with these attacking changes. It is a free kick here for Magdeburg. Hopefully not another screamer, because that would be two screamers from both of. I thought that had gone in for a second. It absolutely rattled the crossbar. It's nice that they do have those sound effects, so you don't get too concerned when it does happen. But luckily that doesn't go in the end for the opposition. We find ourselves in 12th place then. I'm not too sure. We'll have to take a look at the ball on the halfway line here for Magdeburg. They're going to look to try and advance it out to this right hand side. The ball progressing, defending required from us. It goes into the middle. Is there an offside in there? It doesn't look like it, and it may be a frustrating loss here in this game unless we can pull something from nothing. Really, it has been a bit of a slow game, a quiet game, not really the type of game we want to be playing if we want to get a big win in this one. We've got one more change in us, probably going to make a defensive one. Verlat off for Lesnar there. Verlat obviously building his minutes up, as you may have seen from the sharpness there, just to secure that we don't concede any more. Bit of experience, and also a bit of experience in terms of ball playing abilities. We're on the attacking mentality. If we can pull a goal in this one, get a point, then that would be a good result for us, but we can't win them all really. It would be frustrating though to not go and pick up at least a point here in this game. We do have a big one coming up against Ingolstadt. Hopefully we can get the win in that one. Is there going to be a final chance here in this game? Does not look like it, and the full-time whistle goes, and it's a close loss against Magdeburg. And the team for this game against Ingolstadt, a few changes. We've got Darn in goal, backline of Verlat, Dulic. We've got Jakob, Jacobson, Christiansen, and Danhoff, Musonda, and Philip, and Nina Lechner up top. It's kick-off here in this game against Ingolstadt. They've only had one win in the whole season. I think clearly we must have set up a bit better than them in this season going into it. Obviously last time out they got us, they won the championship in very dominant fashion as well. It's quite impressive really how well they were able to do. Here's Philip cutting in. Can he go for the shot? He finds Nina Lechner. It's going to fall out to Jakob here. He's not going to look to be able to claim it. Jakob will obviously remember playing against this team twice last season. He does return to the side today. We have been rotating a lot, trying a lot of different things. Nina Lechner is retiring at the end of the season. He has been a very, very solid player overall, a very good player, and at 36 years of age as well, he's performed at a high level at this stage in his career. We can be very, very impressed with that. Here is Jakob down this left side. He's going to look to try and pull it back potentially. Where will he go? He finds Danhoff. Can he get that way? It is Nina Lechner who scores. The man who's retiring soon has scored. What a player he has been in Florian Nina Lechner. Is only his third goal of the season, but it's nice to see him score, and I'm sure he'll appreciate that against Ingolstadt. Bit of a rivalry, I reckon, has gone on there with Ingolstadt. You know, I mean, I feel like we want to get them back. We always want to be the best team, and I think we are representing the three Liga. Obviously, when a team goes up, you'll want to be looking at how they do when they go up, and we are representing, and I think we're doing a very good job of it, so we can be happy with that. Here's Danhoff on the volley. He finds Nina Lechner again. Oh, he doesn't, because it's Jakob at the right post after 12 minutes. Look at this for a goal, by the way. The two absolute legend fullbacks of this club link up in an incredible way. Musonda comes inside there and goes out on the volley, or half volley I guess, to Danhoff, and Luku hits it with a lovely finish on his right foot as well. That's Luke Shaw-esque. I mean, to do it on the right foot is even more impressive arguably, and he scores to make it 2-0 here in this game. I think he is very good off the kind of the back post position. Same with Danhoff as well. It's just kind of hard sorting out the order because Musonda is playing a little bit more advanced today, but it's not his kind of like favourite position, the one he wants to be kind of really playing. But when he came inside there, he managed to pick out a very good pass. His passing ability is very good. Kinsombi on the bench as well. We have a lot of quality down that left hand side, so we can be very, very happy that we have that problem. There's a lot of other problems we could be having, but the fact that that is one is definitely a good thing. Here is Dulic standing over this ball, the chance to make it 3-0 before 22 minutes. Verlat could potentially go up for that. It's cleared as far as an Ingolstadt player. They're going to look to try and counter-attack here. We are rushing back, trying to get back. Here is Philip, who is mugged off a little bit there. Down that left-hand side, we need to pick up runners in the middle, and luckily it's in to the side netting. Danhoff on a very good rating here in this game. Jakob as well, Nida Lechner, all these boys who were here in the last season. I should have never doubted them. You know, I think they've got to be playing a lot more games clearly, because I think the other guys have a lot of quality. There's kind of two groups forming: those who were here last year and those who weren't but have joined now. I think these guys just seem a lot more consistent, and it's surprising really, because you'd think the guys who are coming in, you bring them in to try and improve the quality of the team to be suited for the Bundesliga too, but it must just be that they're better. Here's Danhoff, one of those players who was there last season. He's been tackled, but he's able to keep it in and go to the back post for Nida Lechner. It's going to go to Jacobson. Musonda, Philip with the effort. He's another one who was there last season, and just before half time we go 3-0 up here in this game. We have to take our opportunities to get these big wins against teams who we should be beating, and it looks like we're going to get a win. We're moving up to 11th place here in the table. Is that 11th with no other games going on, or there is a few other games going on? I don't know if that's all of them. There is 2 going on, so we can take a look at what the others that are going on in a minute. I'm so sad there's no touchline tablet. Unless there is, do let me know in the comments, but I can't see it, which is very frustrating. And then from my tablet they removed the what was it, the average positions. I swear there was like a heat map for that as well, where the ball was going. Just so sad, honestly. 18 seconds it's taken for Ingolstadt to break the clean sheet. I don't think we've maintained many clean sheets in this season. In the games where we've seemed to get wins, we've still managed to concede in those. Let's go and take a look at the scores, if it will let us. Please don't be a highlight. Can we just stop scoring for 1 second? That would be nice. I want to see the date. I keep clicking off there. There we go. We can have a look. So this is the Friday, and then the Saturday games tomorrow. If they'll come up, it looks like they're all coming up tomorrow, but at least there's 2 games. Tonight it is some other teams as well. I don't know if they're around us in the table. One just below us there, and then Armenia by the field, up above actually, so that's quite an interesting result to see there. But as it stands, I mean, everyone's on 25 games now played, but I don't know if our points or this has updated our game. I don't know if it has. I feel like this is behind this table. I don't know what's gone on there really. I don't know. Here is Ingolstadt in behind. The shot goes in. It's a good save from Darn there in the end. We'll go and look to make some changes. Everyone is sharp, everyone is fit and well, so I guess it's just a matter of preference. I'm going to bring Danhoff off. He has had a very good game, but Scholes is a good position for him to come in. I think Scholes has probably been the best signing so far for, I mean, Kinsombi and Musonda on permanent deals, but I think they're their own kind of class, the way they've been performing. They're just like, they've settled in so well. From the new potential signings, I think Scholes has definitely done well in a midfield change as well. Is there anything we can really do there? I'll bring Dulic into the midfield for a little while. He can put a shift in there, and Lesnar in at the back. Christensen off here in this game, and then I'm going to bring Fressel on, I think. Oh no, we'll bring Kinsombi on, and then we might bring Fressel on a little bit later, or potentially Bukarslan. I think in Zombie though, in this game, he could go and cause a few problems for this Ingolstadt defence, which we have already hit quite a few times. Here's Lesnar, Voet. It's going to go across to Jacobson, who's going to find Verlat. Can he go to Jakob on this left hand side? He does. Down the line, Kinsombi could be in behind here. Where will he go? He finds Nida Lechner, turns his mind. Philip on the effort. and it hits the post. 70 minutes gone. Could have been 4-1 there in this game. Philip second, but he rattles the outside of the post. Is very, very unlucky to not score there in this game. And Ingolstadt trying to get back into it, but I think we should have the 3 points wrapped up as we thought we would. It's very good that we have delivered, because there's always, we've not been, I wouldn't say we've been inconsistent, but you can be inconsistent. I think we've been consistently mid is probably the way to describe it, to be honest. And as long as we pick up a win, an 8th win of the season, 24 points just from wins, you do think that is a team who will hopefully survive in this season and avoid that relegation drop. We are in 11th place. That is looking very, very good for us, and hopefully that will continue and we will survive by the time next episode comes around. Let's go and make some final changes. I'm going to bring Fressel on for Philip and then Nina Lecturer off for Lugiki. All those guys have had very, very good games, and we're going to wrap it up here. 3xG, 60% possession, 8 shots on target, and most importantly a 3-1 win, 3 points on the board, and we are 3 points closer to surviving here in this season. The full-time whistle is going to go, and that is a very, very good performance here against former Bundesliga 3 Liga rivals in Ingolstadt. So there you have it, another successful day for us, really close in the first one, but a big win in the second. We do have ourselves in 11th place, obviously a few games below us, but we will definitely not drop below 14th place, and we will be how many points clear is that? We would be 6 points clear of third place from the bottom, that relegation playoff, and even for a win for Greuther Fürth we would be 7 points clear. In a very good position. Make sure to tune in for another episode soon where we will hopefully survive in this Bundesliga 2 season. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord down below. I'll leave you this little tune. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all for another video. Thank you, bye bye.